Oh my gosh. Oh, what an intro. Thank you so much. Welcome. So it was me and Rhayes, and we were so there was two different things going on here. So one of us was afflicted with a very serious illness, terminal, in fact, and the other one was high on human adrenal gland, and we decided to pick up a hooker, change her life, offer to give her all of our money for just a week in Vegas of partying and debauchery and drugs and chaos and sex that we could stand until either one of us passes away from the terminal illness or the other one just passes away from ODing. Then, do you know what happened after that, Rhayes?
No, but it sounds like a great way to go out.
It does. Unfortunately, your wife and my girlfriend found out about it, and we didn't get a chance to do either, but we both ended up dead. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pokemon Go. Welcome to Pokemon Go. I forgot my own name of the my own name is Bret. That one over there is Professor Rhayes. Randy, how you doing?
Good. How's it going, Bret?
Hey, it's good to see you, buddy. Yeah, this is Pokemon After DARKRAI, not Pokemon Go Radio, that's for sure. Although, since they retired the show and started a new one, maybe we could become Pokemon Go Radio. Is that our new name?
It's up for grabs.
Yeah, right? Like, it's got to be. I wonder if we can get, like, the Patreon deets, too. Like, hey, Pokemon Go Radio. Actually, we'll be Pokemon After DARKRAI Go Radio. That's no way will that ever be confusing to anybody. But welcome to another installation of this show. In case you don't know, this is a no holds bar, no nothing podcast. We're talking about Pokemon and hurt the ones we love, and baby, we love everyone. Oh my god, in just a week's time, Rahande. What was that beat? Was that a dog squeaking?
Yes, he's got a toy.
That's perfect.
Greg, come here, buddy.
I don't know. He's fine. Leave it. It's perfect. I love it. Right here to my left, if you're watching on the YouTubes, you can see the pod dog herself enjoying a nice evening dinner of crunchies. We love our pups, so
yeah,
keep the squeaking coming. But here in about a week, Pokemon GoFest will be upon us Saturday and Sunday, and so last year we did something similar. We had Rhayes on, and we did kind of a little guide to GoFest, and I thought we'd do something similar this time. So why not have the professor himself on to do so again? He's a pro, clearly. He's started a Twitch channel, which is at twitch.tv/Rhayes
683. Rhayes 683.
RHAYES 683. And you can watch him there. Are you going to be streaming during GoFest?
Ooh, that's a great question. Maybe one of the days. I'll try. I'll definitely try.
That'd be awesome. So definitely check him out there. But until then, we're gonna just lean his head over the sink and just crack into it like the delicious egg it is, and just lap at just whatever comes out. Just we're gonna pick your brain today. We're gonna go over Pokemon Go Fest. We went over it a little bit last week in regards to like spawns and stuff like that. But today is the in-depth guide. So anything you want to say, this is where it's going to get said. If you want to know how to do it, we're the one-stop shop, baby. I don't know what other Pokemon podcasts you listen to, but I want you to ask yourself a very, very serious question. Did you leave them a rating or review and not us? Because that is just an unforgivable offense. And what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Randy, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
What is any of us doing?
Yeah.
You waiting for me to segue?
So you want?
We're going to talk about we're going to talk about GoFest today. We're also going to talk a little bit about megas. I heard you had the lowdown. I heard you were the guy on the street and lurking the back alleys with the overcoats, and you just lifted your cape up there, and you're like, "Hey kid, you want to try some megas? Like, here you go."
Silent Bob.
The first bump is always free. $15, little man. Put the megas in my hand. What do you think about the mega rework?
I love it. I really do. I was okay with the previous system, but I completely understood why people completely ignored it. There was a lot of problems with it, but I like what it currently changed into, what, 2 weeks ago now,
Hmm.
roughly. Well,
Uh,
from when this
Probably
recording, it'd be about a month.
about a month. Yeah.
So it's I like it a lot. It's a lot more beneficial to at least have one going every day,
Hmm.
having one mega going every day. Um, and the whole friendship, just like working with your buddies, is very beneficial to working up to that mega level 3, which will take about 30 days. So 30 mega evolves, because you only can get one a day. You can only advance one a day. So even if you had like a ton of energy on like Charizard or something, you can't mega evolve it 30 times in one day and just get that friendship. It's got to be like 30 days, kind of like working with friendship in the game,
Hmm.
advancing your friendship with other trainers. So it's very similar to that. I've been testing it. So I've got maybe 12 Pokemon or so to mega level 2, because that only
Nice.
takes 6 mega evolves. And so during the air event, there was Wingull, Drifloon, and a couple other flying Pokemon that were out in the wild. And I was running Mega Pidgeot at Mega Level 2, and I definitely saw a definite increase in XL Candy. And that's a big thing for the community, because it feels like it's so gated, it's so
Hmm.
blocked, it's so hard to get. But I definitely noticed. I think a bunch of times I took different counts. Like maybe I caught 30 Wingull and without any weather boost applied, and I got like 15 XL candy. So in about half that I caught, I got about 15 XL candy, and where maybe I would have gotten like 5 or 6, without the mega going. Um, if you don't have a lot of mega energy, and let's say you just had enough to evolve it once, you can evolve it for free. You just have to watch those rest periods that are on the side. It shows it on the side of the mega Pokemon. It'll say like 7 days, 5 days, and it will go down. Once you get down to 0, you can mega evolve it for free, no cost, no energy cost. So um, even if you weren't that invested in it before and you don't have a ton of mega energy in a lot of these Pokemon, then you could just do it for free and take your time with it.
I also am a big fan thus far of the new system. It's pretty rad. I've not gone quite into it as you have, but I've managed to get some megas that weren't in my decks previously. Like Houndoom was one that I really, really wanted and didn't get up until
Yeah.
recently. So I was glad to have him. Mostly, I think I just want to get it to where I have at least one of each where I can mega evolve them for free.
Yes.
That's kind of what I want to do. So,
I definitely advise to work on, like, again, doing your free ones. Maybe just do a rotation if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of mega energy. One point, because if you didn't do rate any of them before, then you're kind of stuck behind the 8 ball as far as getting energy. But usually some of them are in field research. You can always find those on Sylph. Sylph will have an updated field research page. So I think right now the 3 starters, Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard, you could get mega energy for. It's like catch 10 Pokemon, you get 20 energy.
Yep. I just got some Charizard today. I didn't need it.
Yeah.
But that's a good example for sure. I also got a Lapras with a bow tie. Have you seen that one yet?
Yeah. Yeah. I've done about 10 of those, because they're in raids and field research. They're both.
Yeah. So I'm not sure when the water festival event started, but it totally snuck underneath my nose, and I saw it yesterday and went, "Oh, there's an event."
Yeah, it was just yesterday.
The Water Fest, as of this
12th.
Recording.
Yeah, it started the 12th and ends the 20th.
Yeah, it's definitely under my nose. So I recently had yet another in the long litany of documented raid errors that I happened to run into. We did a raid for a Tapu Fini recently, and a lot of trouble just getting into the lobby so that I can invite people. Eventually got into the raid. My team got wiped out, whatever. I tried to revive some of them. Game froze for a solid 25 seconds, which, as you know, that much time that's bad when you're in a raid and there's only
Yes.
5 people trying to take out a legendary, and one of your
Yes.
people is like level like 28 or something. So
Yeah.
you kind of need every second kind of matters in that scenario. But whatever, finally get him revived, and I get back into the raid, and all the Pokemon are invisible. I don't know if I just tapped the whole time. I don't know if I'm actually doing anything.
Yeah.
And then right at the end, when was about to end, Tapu Fini and my last Pokemon, they appeared on the screen. Tapu Fini went, oh, and died. And I'm like, oh, well, at least it kicked back into gear in time for me to try and catch the Pokemon, right? No, fuck me. I got all the items for beating the raid, and then immediately kicked out. And of course, the raid was over. I could not go back into the gym to catch the Pokemon. I was just SOL.
That's the worst.
Yeah, so I was pretty pissed off. And to be fair, I shared the screenshots. I did it on Twitter too. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll put them on blast because I really want to engage with this game, but it makes it so fucking hard sometimes to do the simplest of tasks.
Yes.
You know, it's unfortunate, but they compensated me with another pass, but it just still doesn't feel great. Like,
they did give you one. Good.
Yeah, they gave me one, but I don't have a Tapu Fini. Like, I don't get a shot. Like, I have to just do that all over again and hope that this time I don't get a big fuck you at the end. So
yeah, they're very random raid bugs. Like to the point where like Niantic has that known issues page.
Mm-hmm.
And there's never any raid bugs on there. And if there are, they're very few and far between. So, and they've been happening for years. They're just, again, they're so completely random and inconsistent. And like I spoke to you the other day about the GBL, like that is so consistently bad that gets like pretty much like 99% of the bug attention from the player base.
And I acknowledge that my case is exceptionally unlucky.
Yeah.
It seems to hit me more than it does other people. But also, I don't raid as much as you do. How many raids do you think you do in a week?
If it's a really good boss, man, that's a great question. Like Landorus, and we just had the Mega Latios and Latias.
Mm-hmm.
They were a pain in the ass to do, and I was kind of tired of doing them by the end of it. But in the beginning, I mean, I probably did 30 to 40 of each of those.
In a week,
probably more Latios than Latias, but
I do like
more.
I might do like 2 raids a week. So yeah. But it still feels like I do less raids and get hit with more bugs than other people. So I'm just exceptionally unlucky, which is perfectly well and fitting for this show, where this show is a middle finger from Pokemon directly to me. No, that's not true. But wow, the new Mega System, it's good. I hope it keeps it up. I suspect that if they announced any Mega Raids for GoFest, we might have talked about it last week and I forgot.
No, the day 2, they're gonna debut a brand new legendary Pokemon.
Oh, it's gonna be Rayquaza, right?
It could be Mega Rayquaza. It could be like a Mega Legendary. Which if it is, it should be way easier to beat than Latios, and Latias beat with it being double weak to ice. Any raid boss with a double weakness is usually like almost half the time of a regular raid boss to beat.
Well, and also because everyone's going to be online playing anyway, because it's the biggest event in GoFest of the year. Or GoFest is the biggest Pokemon Go event in the year. So you shouldn't have any trouble getting people to join your raids or being invited to raids or, like they'll probably be real live humans around you, whether you like it or not. So yeah, Mega Rayquaza is pretty badass. So I kind of hope it's that. What other
definitely one of the theories I saw, because someone said with the unknowns that are spelled out with the letters, it could be Ultra Beast. So maybe it could be an Ultra Beast debuting.
What? I did hear the Ultra Beast rumor, and I'd be down with that. I love Ultra Beasts. I feel like they're better. Like, okay, here's the thing, right? So like raids. Fuck, I can't. Why can't I talk? I just want to talk, and I just can't get my brain out of my mouth. So like megas are clearly like they're not the same thing as Gigantamaxing, but you can see where mechanically in the game, like eventually, yeah, they'd be similar. So like a similar system going forward regarding when Gigantamax comes, because it's gonna come eventually.
Yeah.
You can kind of see where that kind of paves the way. And the same with Ultra Beasts. So like flavor wise, lore wise, they come from Ultra Wormholes. How cool would it be if it was like still like a raid style event, but what if it was like the Team Rocket balloons and they spawned above your house, and maybe you can still invite people to them, but maybe you can only invite 2 people, and maybe they're just regular like 3-star Pokemon since they're not legendaries, you know? I think that'd be freaking cool, personally. And
that does sound really neat.
And unfortunately, because it would be like Ultra Wormholes, it would probably take something other than raid passes entirely. That wouldn't shock me either.
Yeah, they kind of did they put the thing in the sky for Hoopa for like a week or 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The what it looked like a wormhole, like a tunnel thing.
Yeah.
When we were getting Hoopa.
So I think that would be pretty rad, personally. It could even be like maybe you get enough of a certain item, and kind of like when you drop a lure off at a Pokestop, maybe it's like an incense. You pop the item, and then boom, it creates a wormhole, and you get a random Ultra Beast, and then you can invite people. Right? It doesn't cost a pass, so you don't have to confuse it with raids, mega raids, whatever. It's its own thing. It's all on its own.
That'd be awesome.
I think that'd be really cool. So like, it doesn't get particularly boring, you know, right? Because you're not gonna be like, oh, here's Stack Attacka for the 10th time, because you know maybe you start with like 3 or whatever, and then it's just random every time. So it gives you incentive to keep doing it to get the one you want, right? And then you can earn your way towards. I'm talking way too much about a hypothetical fucking thing. That's let's be honest. Ultra Beasts are just going to be in raids, just like every fucking thing else. Like it's not going to be its own cool thing, but I think it totally should.
I like the idea. I really do. Making them their own separate thing, you know. And they kind of mix the 2 systems of mega raids and legendary raids with mega legendaries, you know. Mm-hmm. When they did Latios a couple weeks ago.
Hold on a second. Didn't last GoFest have Groudon and Kyogre, or was that the one before?
It might have been the one before. Okay. So you're thinking maybe Primals?
I'm thinking maybe Primals. Like that'd be interesting. That would be worthy of like a 6-star super annoying hard ass raid.
Yeah.
Which is what Latios and Latios were.
Yeah.
I mean,
those were a pain.
That would track. I would be down for some primal stuff, because they're kind of weird, right? They're not megas exactly. They're not, you know, like evolutions, or their primal forms are just their own weird thing that only 2 Pokemon in the whole series have. So yeah, why not?
Do you think they would be permanent then, or do you think they would be kind of like megas where they would have like the whole energy thing?
You know what? You convinced me. It's Primal Kyogre and Groudon, and you're gonna have to get Mega Energy to get them. But they won't be. They'll just be considered megas, but they'll be called Primal or whatever.
Okay.
So, but that's my guess. You convinced me at this point.
There's legendaries with different forms, like we're the Landorus and all that, those guys. Well, but
Shaymin has a different form, the flying form, but there's no chance, there's no shot that they'll let you switch forms on the fly. Like you think Furfrou would be a really good example of a Pokemon with multiple forms that you can just press a button and change the form at a cost of candy, which is totally acceptable, I think. You would think that Shaymin would be something similar. You know, it would be cool because friendship's so important to Shaymin. Maybe you have to earn, I don't know, 10 hearts, and then you can swap it.
Okay.
Right?
That's fair. I like that system.
So 10 hearts, that's 3, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, you don't have to do all the things that you can do in one day to earn the maximum number of hearts for your buddy, but you still have to work a little bit hard for it, and then you can press a button and switch it from Skyform to grass form. Not that there's any particularly special incentive to do so, other than like kind of match the biology of Shaymin, because I don't think it's going to be a particularly relevant Pokemon in PvP, although you can never tell in Great League what's going to be show up in the meta and just womp ass.
It's all on the moves, really. I think most of these mythicals, Celebi, Mew, have very similar stats. Jirachi
ended up being niche though, right? Being good for a while.
Yeah, Victini. There was I don't know if it was a Sylph Cup or a GBL Cup where Victini was actually really useful because it's got that exclusive fire move. I forgot what it's called. I can't remember. I would have to look at it.
Yeah,
all the Victinis that you catch come with it. Well, the one. But yeah, they're all like kind of spice picks that you would use, you know, to kind of throw your opponent off. Mew, it's because it's got like 50 moves, so you don't literally know what's coming. So
is Shaymin Skyform flying in grass? Because that alone might make it decent.
That's a great question. I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up.
As we spoke before, I'm learning all of these new gens Pokemons on the fly. So as they come out,
the Skyform is in fact grass and flying. So if it has good moves, it could be like a little mini Tropius.
Yeah.
But then again, like you're gonna have Tropius in this event, so like no one's gonna be hurting for a Tropius for PvP anymore.
True. I would definitely, since we're still like talking GoFest stuff, if you don't have an auto catcher, definitely get one or get something. I definitely advise that because Tropius, Torkoal, Axu, all of these incense-based spawns are only going to be spawning for, I don't know, 20, 25 seconds at a time. If you're in a raid, then you're not seeing that spawn.
Sure.
But if you turn your plus on...
Hey, whoa. These are tips and tricks. We got to save this for the GoFest portion of the show. Yeah, I could see where that would come. I can hear these dogs going insane.
They're play fighting. I know.
It sounds like two werewolves attacking each other.
Hey, now
it's okay. I love it personally. Shoot, I totally lost my train of thought. Fuck. Oh well.
We're kind of talking GoFest and Megas kind of as a
we're kind of transitioning into like real, actual, like fucking conversations regarding the game, and quite honestly, oh, they're cracking me up. But you know, at a certain point, this is a comedy show, so we definitely need to insert some comedy here. So I think it's time for maybe hang on.
2022 update 2022.
Yeah, Ringcast 2022 update 2022. We're back to the ring, baby. It has been over a month of Jesus Christ. The ring lady's coming out of me. She's erupting from my body. You can hear it. Her snarling. It's fine. Really. I'll edit this later. Right? That's a funny joke. Look at him go. Happy boy. So naturally, every single week that we do this show, Randy, I don't know how caught up you are with the show, but the ring, for some reason or another, comes up, whether it's rings referenced like on your finger, or it's Elden rings, or it's the actual ring, the movie, like it just keeps coming up. I can't escape it. It's been over 7 days. I'm not dead yet, and it keeps happening, and it's happened again this very week. Let me get my list. Okay. I was listening to, as of this recording, the most recent episode of Comedy Bang Bang, an extraordinarily popular show that I love, one of my all-time favorites. And they had a guest who was a vengeful water ghost. She was literally the girl from The Ring. They said The Ring. She crawled out of a well. She crawled out of people's TVs and screens. Okay. I was just like, really? Like, I can't get away from The Ring. It just won't leave me alone. Then I was listening to another podcast 2 days ago, 2 days after that. I believe it was Fuckface, another excellent, hilarious podcast. And they just were talking about The Ring. Just out of nowhere, they segued into The Ring for literally 10 seconds, and then it went away, and they never talked about it again. And I'm like, Why am I going insane with the ring? So it's anyone's bet on what's going to happen to me next week that's going to involve the ring. Like, not even a ring, just the ring at this point. I don't know. Thoughts, questions, comments, concerns?
I think that's your torture is not death. It's just miserable rest of life
It's
the word constantly torturing you into thinking that something is coming that never comes.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, I'm already specially attuned to the ring, so the ring keeps happening. And
there's no mortality anymore.
Oh my
You're
God.
immortal now.
Oh my God.
You're
I just
immortal
realized
now.
this goes back even further. Before I started bringing it up on the show, when Elden Ring came out, before that, the Rain Girl, Samara, came out as a killer on Dead by Daylight. And then before that, right before that,
That's right.
fucking they announced the Lord of the Rings Amazon show. Rings, 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 rings. And before that, it was the Olympics, the rings.
I'm telling you, Brett. That's what's going on.
I'm losing my mind. Like, just I'm gonna go and see. You're gonna find me in a padded cell drawing the ring and crayon all around the padded walls.
So you're just going to be tortured for something that's not coming.
Yeah,
but it's going to keep reminding you. It's going to keep you tortured.
Signs. I saw the sign. All right, and here we go. Here's the next little thing we got to do.
Brett's Hearts Buddy Update 2022.
Brett's Buddy Heart Update 2022. You heard Robot Man. Yeah, you heard Robot Man as he exploded into misery. Last time that we had this update, I believe I was So here's the thing. I was at, like, it's hard to keep in track because we don't record these shows like on the same day every week. Sometimes they're recorded like one right after the other, like from one day to the next, something like that. Sometimes stuff like that happens. I don't remember when the last time, like last episode that came out, I think it was recorded a few days after the week before that's episode. So in the episode with Hannah, I believe I was up to 4 or 5 days. And then when I got to the next time that you haven't heard it yet, because obviously it hasn't come out yet, but when the listeners listening to this, it was last week. I think I forgot again and reset it back to 0. Well, hold on. Now, up to 10 days.
All right. A third of the way there.
Up to 10 days. So we've made it a third of the way there. And honestly, at this point, I'm considering just fucking it up on purpose just to continue this segment of the show. Will I be able to keep it up? I mean, I'm going to try. But I try all the time. And there's always that one day where I'm just busy with work. And then I'm busy in my personal life. And I get busy working around the house or X, Y, and Z. And then the next thing you know, I'm loading up the game and I go, oh, shit, I didn't play yesterday. So it's the worst challenge they've ever put in the game.
It is. I agree. It's a pain in the ass. It should be something. Catch a couple. I don't even know. I don't like the time gated stuff. I'm not a huge fan of it to begin with.
It should just be a total, right?
Yeah.
Earn 100 hearts with your buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, that alone will take me a long time, but it won't punish me for, having a life in between in the interim.
And for the players that want to get it knocked out, it's just so boring for them to sit there and wait 30 days, If they want to work at something, catch 500 Pokemon, let them go out and do that, to try to earn it rather than just waiting every day. Okay, I woke up today, I'm doing my buddy heart. Well, I guess I'll do it 24 hours from now.
Well, see, my thing is like, usually I'm like, all right, I'm taking the dog for a walk during my lunch break. Now's a good time to fire the game up and go get it like a Pokestop or something.
Yeah.
But sometimes I don't take her on the same route. Like I don't want her to get bored. I want to take her on different routes around the town. So, and there's two directions I can go down my street. One direction has a Pokestop. The other direction doesn't have jack shit. And then sometimes I just, it's too nice outside. I just want to walk outside and not be looking at my phone on occasion. I know that's blasphemy. What am I talking about? I'm insane.
Yeah, come on, bro. You're a Pokemon.
I know.
trainer.
What am I doing? This is my
supposed
job.
Supposed to stare at your phone 90% of the day.
You're correct. It's my fault. I repent for my sins. And well, we're gonna take a quick break. Unless you got anything you want to talk about, any like cool life updates, any other monstrous werewolves you've adopted recently.
Still at 2. They're doing good, as you can tell.
Yes.
They
Happy.
wore themselves out just now. Yeah, very happy. So the last time I was on, I didn't talk about it. We were talking about Shansru Community Day.
Yeah.
And you guys were asking me how many shinies, and I gave like a low number. Well, because that was 2 days after I had knee surgery.
Oh, no.
I tore my ACL. So that was March 11th. And so I've been doing physical therapy ever since, and that's a lot better. I'm actually going back to work for the first time in 2 months in a couple of days. But yeah,
well,
not having the incense spawns was a pain in the ass.
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
this is
pogo
a bad
stuff.
time too, because that's right when that started to happen too.
Yeah, it was a couple of days before. So yeah, I think I caught like a handful of shinies from home.
Mm-hmm.
But not talking about pogo stuff. The leg is doing a lot better. So
I'm very glad to hear that. I'm a little disappointed you didn't like list me as your emergency contact. And so that I could hold your hand bedside as you went under and be the first thing you look at, my deep hazel eyes as you wake up.
it was only an hour. It wasn't that bad.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm definitely glad you're doing better. Especially in time for GoFest. You were probably telling the doctors, like, look, this thing needs to be fixed before GoFest in June.
It almost got pushed. Like, the hospital staff was short-staffed that day, which is a lot of people are right now.
That's everywhere.
And they tried to push it a whole month into April. And then my surgeon who scheduled it was like, hell no. We did this so far in advance. We got to have it. So they got some people in from, I don't know, on call, I guess, to come in and do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they tried to push it out about a month. So.
Wow. Well, I'm glad they got it done. I'm glad you're recovering well and you're almost back to 100%. I'm sorry you have to go back to work, but at least you'll have a fun GoFest being able to actually move around. So that's
yes.
Good. All right, let's go to this break. And we'll see you on the other side of this totally pre-recorded break that I don't know what it is. Oh my God, let me just hit the buzzer here. Oh man, am I sleepy, but man, I got important places to be because I'm an important businessman, and I better get up and get to do those things. And it's a good thing that I prioritize my being on time with Whiscash alarm clocks. Whiscash alarm clocks. They're blue and yellow, and they got a big doofy smile, and they got they go a bee. Rhayes, we have been sponsored today by Whiscash alarm clocks, Championship Edition. So like you can invest in the regular version or the Championship Edition, and the Championship Edition is literally just the same thing, but it's cooler. So you received one of each in the mail, correct?
Yes, I did.
And go ahead and press that button there. Give us a preview. Ready? Click. Oh, you can just hear the gentle tones rising you from your slumber, just ever so gently. You're from being asleep. You're being caressed awake by the Hymns of Angels, even. Go ahead and press that button again. Thank you. Hey, go ahead and give us an honest review, Randy. How do you, even your dogs will love Whiscash alarm clocks. Whiscash alarm clocks Championship Edition is also available at sporting goods stores near you. Randy, go ahead and give your testimonial.
I love it. I absolutely love it. It gets me going every day. I completely have quick coffee. And look at, I got an alternate sound version to match my dogs.
Oh, hang on a second. That
wakes
mine.
up my dogs.
Yeah, that's mine. Hang on, let me turn mine off. There we go. Yeah, so the thing about Whiscash alarm clocks is you'll never be late to the next meeting because they go off like every 60 seconds or so. And there's no way to snooze them. They just keep going off every 60 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
You know what? Like, I mean, some people can sleep through anything. Others need the power of an earthquake tremor, and you'll get that with Whiscash Championship Edition. Now available in sporting goods stores everywhere. Oh, shit. Hang on a second. Okay. Now available wherever alarm clocks and sporting goods stores are sold.
What time?
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't actually tell you what time it is. It's just an alarm clock that goes off every 60 seconds. Oh, shit. This thing is still recording, isn't it? Motherfucker! And we are back. Oh, boy. What a great pre-recorded ad. That was in no way improvised at all. Oh, my gosh. What a day. What a product. Thank you so much, dear sponsor. We love you, and we're in love with you. What'd you think of that? I'm sure you listened back to it and then time traveled to this moment. What did you think, Randy?
The Whiscash alarm clock?
Is that what it was?
I love it.
Oh man,
I love that. I love that alarm clock. I love a good mud boy.
What a great product. So yeah, now's the portion of the show where we need to get into GoFest. We're actually not rolling a random Pokemon because there's just too much to talk about today. So we're getting deep into the Pokemon GoFest 2022 ticks and trips. Do you want? No, you don't. Wear your tick collars. Get your tick medicine. Yum yum yum. Put that man in the tub. Where should we begin?
So we got 2 different days of things going on. Day 1 is all about catching. There's going to be some raids going on, but it's all about the Pokemon that are going to be in every single hour.
So one might say a good place to start would be, why not evolve a Mega? But
yes.
maybe prioritize the one, like it depends on what your goal is, right?
Yes.
If your goal is to catch a lot of a certain type, Mega evolve the appropriate Pokemon so you get extra candy for that type. Or maybe if you want like just a good counter for something you're going to raid a lot and you want to be able to beat those raids quicker, Mega evolve the correct Pokemon for that. There's a real market for Megas out there, and you, dear listener, can get on the ground floor by simply signing up and putting me down as your point of contact. I'll hook you up with 48 cases of product. Then all you got to do is find 6 people who are willing to invest in an opportunity of a lifetime and have them sign up with you as their point of contact. Then they get 48 cases of product, and whatever they sell you, you get a percentage of, straight off the top, just like that. And that's the Mega market at its best. Most well-oiled, goodly, clean, down-home country values that will make your skin rock hard and your wallet good and wet. Thoughts?
That sounds good to me. I'm in. I'm texting people right now.
Let's just say you have enlarged pores. Go ahead, say it.
Enlarged pores.
Right. Say the dog won't stop pooping in the neighbor's lawn.
The dog will not stop pooping in the neighbor's lawn.
Say that shambling corpse of Brian next door just won't return your weed whacker.
The shambling corpse of Brian Go and return the Reed Wecker next door.
Pop a bottle of Mega. Evolve your aspirations. Become next level. Energize, moisturize, sensitize, pretty eyes, monetize. And then don't forget the 4 M's of Mega. Always make money, more work for you. And you know how to get those Megas for free?
Rest periods.
Rest periods, right. Can you go into a little bit more detail about that specifically? Like, because I'm still kind of confused on that, to tell you the truth, because it feels like some of the Pokemon, I think it's because I've Mega Evolved them before, are already free. And then some of them, I Mega Evolve them once and then they're free. And then some of them, it's like I got to do it 2 or 3 times. So can you explain some of the disparity there?
If you haven't Mega Evolved a Pokemon before, like you just didn't do it, you didn't do the raids back then. Let's go with Waponi, right? The kangaroo rabbit.
The sexy bunny herself.
Yeah, the sexy bunny, DeFi's favorite.
DeFi's favorite sexy bunny.
Yes.
Looks like a sailor.
So if you didn't get Mega Energy before, you kind of have to wait until some Mega Energy is available to you. Like if you completely skipped it, so you'll have to do a raid. The new change in the system, which I didn't know this until a couple days ago, rewards you, basically gives you enough Mega Energy for the 1 evolve. So you basically only have to do 1 raid when it comes back. So you'll get somewhere between like 200 and 250 energy, and that first Mega Evolve costs 200 for anything that's non-legendary. If you do have it and you've never evolved before, it will count 200 energy for the first time, and then it will be a lot less, like maybe 30 or 40 to do it a second or a third time. And then you have that rest period, or you could wait that full rest period and it will show it on the screen of the Pokemon, and it will be completely free to Mega Evolve it again after that rest period. And now every day in that rest period, it goes down a little. Let's say if you want to, you can only wait 3 days and need to use it for some reason, a raid, you're going to go catch water Pokemon or whatever, fighting Pokemon, just stick with Lopunny.
Sexy bunny yourself.
The cost, the sexy bunny yourself.
Fucks like a sailor.
The cost will be reduced. So let's say it would have been 50 to Mega Evolve it after a day. Let's say you got 3 days left, maybe it's down to like 25 or 30. So it goes down a little every day. I don't know the exact math of it yet because we're still early into this, but it goes down a little bit every day of the rest period, all the way down to 0 being free at the end of the rest period.
That's cool. Okay, well, thank you for explaining that. Do you know what the best way to catch a Mega Lopunny is? And me? Set up a poll. So, yeah, there's some buy-in, and all great investments start with a little foundational cashish. You just sign a small contract, not for any length of time or required dollar amount that you have to earn. You just sign it saying you're responsible for 48 cases of Mega product, and then you'll truly embrace the Mega lifestyle as a brand ambassador. Then you send a voided check so that we can direct deposit your sexy hard earnings. Not even necessary to sign at the door. You just sign the contract, list me as your mentor on the form. Then you get 48 cases of Mega product dumped on your front porch. Right on your front door. Front porch stoop. Like a pack of babies 9 months after prom at a fire station.
Oof.
What are some of the best Megas to evolve? I know we said it kind of depends on what you want to do, but say we want the best. And I'm sure Latios and Latios are probably up there, but let's just exclude legendaries.
I would prioritize Charizard.
Really?
Because you have 2 forms. It has 2 Mega forms. So it has, and there's no difference in using your Mega energy towards each form. So it's kind of like evolving a Pokemon that has 2 different forms. It's going to cost the same amount of candy and or Mega energy. So you have Fire and Flying, and Charizard Y is like above and beyond the best fire attacker. It like blows away all the shadows, Reshiram, all of that stuff. And then X, it's a pretty good dragon type attacker. And then once something is good in raids or in the wild, like a dragon type Pokemon, fingers crossed for Dino Community Day this year.
It's going to happen.
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe my guess is July.
And I mean, Axu is going to happen next year too. So
Yes.
like, it's just kind of guaranteed. It's going to happen eventually.
So a couple of minutes before Dino Community Day starts, you Mega Evolve Charizard X into Charizard X, and let's say you got it to at least Mega Level 2, right? That's, I think, enough time has passed, even if you don't have enough Mega Energy to do the whole rest period thing.
Mm-hmm.
And in this hypothetical Dino's in July, Dino Com Day, then you're getting bonus candy and a higher chance of getting XL candy if you're above level 40.
Mm-hmm.
Dino XL candy, which is, pretty rare unless you're like catching a lot of 12K eggs.
Right.
So
the real answer is the best Mega to evolve is whatever is inside your heart, Rhayes. And for a very small fee, we can also send you the Mega Meter as part of your membership. Your Mega Ship, one might call it. The Mega Meter is a patented, secret process derived by the ancients and modernized to make you happy. You want to know truly what Deborah in accounting thinks of your outfit? Does Bill know his wife makes out with the postman and you should tell him? Do you impersonate a postman in your spare time? The Mega Meter is your ticket to true life happiness measurements, accurate within a 2% Thetan level ratio.
Are you impersonating a postman to make out with Bill's wife?
Me? No. Of course not. If it was me, why would I be inclined to tell him? So that pretty well covers the megas. What are some tips for efficiency during GoFest? And I understand some of this is also going to be, what do you want to do? Do you want to focus on rating? Do you want to focus on catching? And I believe that GoFest this year is going to allow you to prioritize one thing over another, correct?
Yeah, you have the option in the special research at some point in the special research to
special research, one might call it.
Yes, to make it about catching or battling, or I can't even remember the third one.
Be raids, right? It almost have to be.
Yeah, it's like battling, catching, and there's like a third one. I can't remember what the hell it is. But day one is where the shinies are actually going to have their rates boosted, their shiny odds boosted, whatever that is, 1 in 70, 1 in 100. That's better than the 1 in 450, 1 in 500 that we live with every day. So I would prioritize catching. Go to a good dense area. If your area sucks for Pokestops and spawns and stuff like that, I definitely recommend, going to your nearby town that's maybe a little more denser, or a good park, something like that.
Well, you spending $15 on the ticket for a 2-day event, you might as well make a day out of it. Grab your friends, go to the nearby heavy zone and make sure and just plan your day out. So for instance, our group goes to Charleston, which is the capital of West Virginia. Find me. And we usually eat, we'll walk around for a couple hours. We'll sit down when we know where some shady spots are. We'll sit down for a while and play. And then eventually we'll walk around and eventually we'll get lunch.
Yeah, cities are pretty much by and far the best. Chicago, New York, anything with like a downtown area.
Well, our city's not quite as dense as New York or Chicago, but
typically in their states. That's what I mean. They're usually the best spots to play the game.
So that's very good advice, Randy. My advice is to bring a second phone or tablet, not so you can maximize your productivity, but so you can put it in a nearby bush. So what you're going to do is put that extra phone or tablet in a nearby bush. Then you're going to FaceTime yourself, right? And make sure that it's on speaker. And then you're going to shout, "There's a wild Jangmo!" And that will make the competition run to that spot, leaving the line completely clear for the food truck. So you can get that nice corn dog to nourish your little belly.
That's a good one.
Another one, jaywalk. Nothing gets you to that Jangmo like darting in and out of traffic as quickly as possible. This will get you ahead of the other Pokedorks, and you'll be the first one to start the raid lobby and wait 10 minutes anyway after 19 others join. But you'll be first, baby. And that's what matters, winning.
First. You get in
first, you're last.
You're last.
Yeah. Another one I have is power banks. Very important. Critically important.
Yes.
Do you think that Pokemon Go single-handedly created the power supply, external power supply market. Like they existed before that,
Yes.
but nobody was like,
I would have never bought one. I would have never bought one unless it was this
right?
game. I would have had the car charger just for road trips and, you know, going, doing other things, driving for work.
That's what people who don't play this game do. They have a car charger.
Yeah.
You know, they might have a charger at their desk at work, and they have their charger by their bedside. And then the rest of the time, it's whatever. Pokemon Go players have like 3 external batteries. We got like one in our backpack. We got one in the car. We got like one at the house. We got one at our parents' house in case we forget our first one and our backup one. You know, like it's outrageous. Pokemon Go created that industry, that need.
Yeah, it brought a giant boost to it for sure.
Absolutely. Dude, I remember seeing people at the height of Pokemania. There was like guys walking around selling power supplies.
Oh wow.
Like they were like, they were dressed up too. Like they were like really like, hey, if anybody needs a power supply, we're selling them like $20 a pop, you know, like crazy.
Especially early on when we didn't know how much of our battery it killed, you know. You're like, fuck, I'm at 40%. I've been out here for an hour and a half, you know.
Or if you're just got like a slightly, if you have like a phone that's 5 minutes older than that, you're at 20% after having played for 5 minutes. So by now, any good Poke player knows the value of a good power bank or two. Just make sure yours is juiced up with Mega Product the night before you go out, and plug it up Saturday evening so that it makes sure it's available good, you know, Sunday. Don't forget your juicy cable too. That, you know, I mean, don't forget your cables, y'all.
Yes.
I don't know how many times I've been out and friend of the show, Jasmine, who's part of my other show, Jaws Breakers, the Scary Funny Shark Movie Show, where we watch shark movie shows with you, our communities, and then we do a podcast about it about once a month. Anyway, man, I could turn the plugs on like it's nobody's business, baby. I don't know how many times we've been out playing, and she's like, does anyone have a fucking iPhone cable on them? Like, why? Like, no, Samsung for life, baby. But besides that, like, no, I don't have your, like, you should bring a cord.
Yes. I definitely, just like you said with the power banks, you know, a lot of us have 2 or 3 of them, 2 or 3 cords, you know, and it doesn't take much to accidentally fuck one of them up and break it. Bring 2 with you, but in case one stops working right.
And I just said, like, why would I bring cable? Like, if I don't, well, first of all, I don't own any iPhone cables because iPhones fucking suck. Come at me. I digress. Like, I'll probably bring 2 USB-C cables just in case someone forgets theirs. I have an extra one I can lend them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You want to cover your own ass.
I'm going to bring
help out anyone else.
I'm going to bring at least 2 power banks in case someone wants to use one. Like my mom, for instance, I'll probably give her the second one just so that she can use it. Here's another really good tip. Now, this one might arguably be the most important tip that I can give you. Like, I'm sure there's more to come, but this is definitely the most important tip. Go to your nearest Staples or printing outlet, whatever, and you're going to like find a good image. Like maybe we'll put one on Twitter or something like that. You're gonna download that. And you're gonna have it printed out in, I don't know, like a stack of 100 or so. And then you're going to pass these flyers out for After DARKRAI to everyone you see. If anyone's looking at their phone, you immediately shove that piece of paper directly into their eyeballs. Like really just jam it in there. Like just shove that paper in there. If there's not moisture from their eyeballs on the paper being absorbed by it, you're doing it wrong. Jam it in there. If they ask you, what are you doing? Jam a second one directly down their throat and then run away. Do that to everyone, because don't forget, you know, how fucking funny we are, and please tell a friend. And if you're wondering how this helps you at GoFest, just remember it does not. It helps us, your friends, your funny friends next door. Hi.
But we're helping you out with GoFest. So this is the trade. This is the trade.
This is the trade.
This is the trade.
At the very least. All right. So I understand not everybody has money or a place that prints stuff, like, you know, whatever. Like just once, you got to do it just once. If you're listening to this at some point during the day, I want you to just shout in the middle of the street, Pokemon After DARKRAI is a podcast. Just shout it once.
And the trade is done.
That's then your portion is fulfilled.
All right.
Or you can do the flyer thing. One or the other. You have to do one or the other.
It's a good trick.
Yeah. And if you record anybody doing that and posting it on Twitter and tagging us, I will love you forever. Here's a good one. It's probably going to be scorching fucking hot.
Sunscreen and sunglasses.
I didn't even think of that. I would have wore sunglasses anyway. That's just part of my normal outfit.
Yeah.
But you're
Sunscreen.
right. Hats.
Yes.
You know?
It's a 8-hour event, if I'm remembering
2
correctly.
days.
I think it's at least 8 hours.
Mhm.
Yeah. 8 hours each day.
Heat stroke and heat exhaustion are very real things. Hello, puppy. There's a puppy right here. And you don't want to catch that. So make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you take breaks. You don't overexert yourself. When you sweat, you want to replace those fluids with water or something. So maybe bring a camel's back. Are you familiar?
They're like back?
Yeah, they're like these little backpacks that you can fill with liquid and it has like a straw.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, runners often use them.
Yes.
If you don't have one of those, you could bring one of those bladders with a tube so that you can pass the company mandated piss test. Thanks, Carl, for falling asleep at the wheel and wrecking a company truck after working 3 doubles back to back. Fucking jerk.
Carl.
Fucking
Carl.
If you don't have either of those, you could bring a friend who can carry around your water bottle. Just make sure that they don't care about Pokemon so that they're free to carry all your superfluous shit, and then also nag at them constantly about why they should play and be cool because it's just fun to do that. Like you came out on, like you're bitching about me playing Pokemon Go all day when it was Pokemon GoFest and you still agreed to come out anyway. Shut your mouth. I'll buy you a hot dog and just hold my power bank and water bottle. Yeah.
If you don't have anyone to hold, I definitely recommend like a drawstring bag or a backpack, that kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, if you don't want to, torment others, but where's the fun in that?
Yes.
And then my last tip, and I'm sure you have many more, is just getting your money's worth. So this is a big thing. $15 seems like a lot, which it is for a digital event, for digital things that don't actually exist. And let's be honest, like if these things, if this game still exists in a decade, I'll be shocked. But really, getting your money's worth. So what does that mean for you? Well, you're going to have to decide that for yourself. So for some people, it might be that they don't have a Haxorus and they want to get enough candy to evolve them. Maybe that's what's worth it to you. Maybe that'll get you your $15. Maybe it's the completionist. Maybe you want to catch at least one of everything. Maybe you got a couple shinies you want to nail down. Maybe something like that. So my tip for that would be to go to a Walmart parking lot. Wait until $15 blows across the parking lot and fight a guy who says his tank is on empty but he won't show you his card to verify. Pocket said money and then go about your life reimbursed.
It's a good idea.
So don't forget, pop a poffin on your buddy. Lucky egg. Star piece. Incense.
Yes.
Kneel the sucker out and snort some all-nighters, maybe. You want to keep that energy up, like you're hauling a soap shipment from Portland to Dallas, and it's got to be 12 hours,
You're not going to go to bed between day 1 and day 2.
Why would you?
Why just keep playing?
If your eyes aren't bloodshot, you risk missing that curveball on your 30-second mind food that you're hoping to get enough XL candy for so you could use it in your custom self tournament. You know who you are. You can't risk the efficiency. So if you're hungry, pop a pizza popper from Pizza Papa. If you know, then it's over. If you know, it's over. Don't forget the mega, blah, 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 mega, yada, yada, yada. Gigantamax in 6 months.
One thing that you just said that I didn't even think of, but the word made me think of it, was incense. So we're living with the nerf right now, one spawn every 5 minutes.
Right.
They haven't said it's going to change for GoFest. So I would plan to be out and about moving, even if you can't do anything special, be out and about moving in your neighborhood to at least keep that incense active. Because there's a lot of good spawns just tied to the incense you won't see in the wild. So they might change it between now and then. I don't know. But right now it's the one every 5 minutes unless you're walking.
I think it's very clear that they're not going to change it at this point. Like,
I don't think so either.
yeah, I mean, we're what? As of this recording, 2 weeks out, and when this recording comes out, it'll be a week coming. So I don't think it's happening. Maybe it would just be nice if they did that for special events.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
people are
but-
kind of debating whether or not that's going to be a thing just for GoFest, and then it goes back to normal after GoFest. I don't know.
I doubt
I would
it.
just
tend to
plan
doubt
on it not happening.
it. Do you have any other tips or tricks or words of advice?
When we were talking about the auto catchers, if you have, the income to spare for it, Amazon has them. Your local, if you have a local GameStop, they have them. Gotchas, Pokeball Pluses. Because even if you like, you talked about the break, and I'm just gonna go kind of just tie this together. Look at the spawn hours. Look what's spawning at every hour. It's on the
We
Pokemon
can do that
Go.
right now, actually, if you want.
It's on the Pokemon Go Live website. Pick an hour that least interests you, and I would take breaks in those hours, and then just let your gotcha do its thing, or your Pokeball Plus do its thing, and you can have lunch or take a nap or whatever.
All right, if you're taking a nap during Pokemon Go Fest, please tweet at us, because I want to know if you're going through these efficiency steps so that you could take a nap in the middle. That'd be hilarious.
Hey, if the gotcha does work, it does work,
Hey, I guess so. So the first hour is going to be the city hour. I'm not going to go through all of them. We did that last week, but some notables here: Shiny Wise, Hitmonchan, Trubbish, if you don't have one already, Baltoy, Pit of, Galette's here, but he's not shiny for some reason. So
yeah, it's not shiny yet.
Not a lot going here. I mean, out of this hour, like I kind of want a Baltoy, I kind of want a Trubbish. I would take a Hitmonchan.
Okay.
Alolan Grimer, I know people like that one, but like if you've already got one, like I do. Galarian Weezing, yeah, shiny, sure. Hour after that, you have Plains, Dunsparce, Girafarig, all great. Rufflet, out
I
in the
think this
wild.
one's the most loaded hour out of the bunch.
So you have Rufflet in the wild, which is already like, yeah, okay. Shelmet, shiny, hell yeah. Numel, okay. Trapinch, kind of don't need Trapinch or Larvitar at this point. Patrat's terrible, hate his guts, don't care. Buizel's good. Drillbur is great, but Drillbur can't be shiny, so that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
And then Litleo, who's been shiny for a minute, but I mean, I don't have one, so that'll be cool. Plus, there's two different genders, so you could potentially get a shiny of each. So, and then Axu's the big one here, the biggest one.
Yes.
And then shiny possible. So, good luck. You're not going to get me spending any dollars on raids this time, because that community day is coming. It might take a year, but it's fucking coming.
Yes. So that's another thing. If you can't do it, don't kill yourself on raid passes. I don't judge on anyone on how they play the game. Play it how you want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do 50 Axu raids, you're going to get a certain amount for free in person. So use up all those free ones first, if you can.
Also, never forget that the one you don't catch or try to catch is the shiny one.
That's how you keep going.
Next, we have the Rainforest Hour, which features Mudkip, yet again, Chimchar, yet again, Slakoth, yet again, Turtwig, yet again, Seedot, yet again. This is probably the worst hour. Rowlet's in the wild, which is cool. I like this. I need some more of those. But they can't be shiny, of course. Skrelp is a great Pokemon. I like it a lot. I think it's cool. Can't be shiny, though. Binacle is a nightmare of a Pokemon, but I would love a shiny one of those, but they can't be shiny either. Venipede is one of my all-time favorite bug Pokemon. Can't be shiny.
Binacle is the new shiny for the water event.
Right, but according to PokemonGo.com, PokemonGoLive.com,
messed that up.
Yeah, so maybe he can be shiny at Go, and this list isn't updated, but regardless, I'm just going off of what's in front of me. Carablast and Shroomish can be shiny. So I guess this is the raid hour right here.
Yeah.
Honestly. And then Pancham is also in the wild, but it can't be shiny. And by now, chances are you probably already have one. After that is the Tundra Hour. So we have Ammonite, Sweenub, Wingull, Meditite, Whalmer, Spheal, Piplup, and Cubchoo can all be shiny. So for me, this is also another kind of throwaway hour because Vanillite can't be shiny and Bergmite can't be shiny.
Tundra is my break hour.
I don't need Poplio. Like Rowlet's a little more rarer in the wild. I still haven't evolved one all the way from my decks yet, but I've already evolved the Poplio. They can't be shiny. Don't need to catch them. Bergmite, I've already evolved one. I have a couple extras hanging around. It'd be nice to get one with decent stats. Not that it really matters, but they can't be shiny either. Vanillite, same thing, can't be shiny. Already got shiny Suina, Piplups, Feel, Ammonites, Whalmers, and Metatites out the wazoo. I don't really need anything from this hour.
I just remembered it now. One little note about Pancham, since it's only been available in 12K eggs. It is evolved too high to be in Great League. So if anyone who does PvP, this is like your first sort of real chance to get one low enough CP wise to evolve into, what is it, a Pangaroo?
Yeah, Pangoro.
Under 1500 CP and use it for Great League.
Oh, nice tip. Galarian Darumaka can be shiny in this hour too, but if I'm not mistaken, I think that shiny's terrible.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of green to it.
Yeah.
A little bit of a blue tint.
1-star raids, costume Pikachu, Axu. I mean, try not to catch a costume Pikachu. Like, why would you do that?
You don't need to do Pikachu raids. Please don't.
I mean, Axu is a great resource for all those free raids that you're going to get as part of the event. So
yes,
I would use that for that. If you remote in for the legendary raids or mega raids or whatever else they have going on that day. But during the Plains hour, I should also say from Incense, you'll be able to possibly get Torkoal as well if you don't have one. I do not. And in the Rainforest hour, there's Tropius. So at least there's some reason to play the Rainforest hour and the Plains hour.
Yeah, keep your Incense on even if you can't be out and about. Keep it on. Keep it yourself slightly moving to keep it active.
Plains hour is the best one. You're definitely right. It's got the Axu, it's got the Rufflet, shiny chances, it's got Dunsparce, which is an all-timer. It's got the most stuff that I think I don't personally have, and then on top of that, you throw in Torkoal. Yeah, that's
a good one.
Yeah, and then Rainforest. The only reason to do it is Tropius for the most part, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's no other reason to do that hour. But, good news, you could get maybe 2 or 3 off of Incense and then not have to do it when it rotates back in. You can focus on raids. So there you go.
Yeah, there's a lot of versatility to this one this year of what you want to do.
Day 2, they haven't really talked about it too much yet as of this recording. There's going to be another part of the special research story. There'll be more global challenges. There'll be a new mystery legendary, like you alluded to earlier in the show. And then all the Pokemon that appeared on Saturday will also appear on Sunday as well. So the big mystery is what is going to be in the 5-star raids, right? And
it's a big question.
Yep. It's going to be shiny. It's going to be shiny. Like it's already said, it's going to be shiny possible. So I don't know. You know what? They said it's just one. Right here, there's just a picture of just one. So maybe it's not going to be Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre.
So maybe your first out of Rayquaza.
Yeah, maybe it is Rayquaza. But it also doesn't say Mega Raid. It just says 5-star raid. But Mega Raids are 5-star, aren't they? Yeah.
Mega Legendary. Well,
Mega Legendaries are 6 stars. You're right.
Yes.
I
know there's a lot to consider. There's a lot of theories going on.
It's going to be very funny if it's just another version of fucking Genesect. How fucking funny would that be?
I hope not.
That would be funny. I heard some rumors about Zygarde, but I think that was just fake. Ultimately. Let's see here. I'm looking at a list of them right now, trying to see if anything, see what we haven't gotten yet, right?
Yes.
Maybe Lucario? No. Or Tyranitar, potentially?
But you would be looking at a Mega that's not legendary.
Fuck, it's Mega Mewtwo. Right?
We talked about this last year, really. Funny enough.
Did we? I don't even remember.
Yeah, we were talking about if Mega Legendaries were ever going to happen. You and I said Mega Lucario and Mega Mewtwo are going to be like GoFest, and you won't see them any other time.
You know what? Your memory stretches way further than mine does. That's for sure. But I
On
mean,
completely random shit.
what other Pokemon on this list like even comes close? That's not legend. Well, no, it would be a 6-star if it was Mewtwo, right? Oh man, this is tough.
Yes. If it was a mega legendary, I mean, they
Yeah.
could always
They could do Metagross or is that
Metagross would-
exciting enough to hold
That
like
would-
the spotlight?
that would be big. But that's a great question whether or not that would be like the main event for GoFest as a ticket seller for people who haven't bought it yet.
Yeah, I don't think Metagross or Salamence or Tyranitar or God, I hope it's Aggron. I hope it's Aggron. Please be Aggron. That would be amazing. I would laugh so hard. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, what? Okay, conspiracy theory, and then we'll have to end the show. But what if it's Mega Meltan? Melmetal, excuse me. Mega Melmetal.
So is a completely new one.
Yeah, why not?
That would be pretty cool.
Worst things have happened.
That would be pretty cool.
Worst things have happened. I mean, stranger things have happened.
That would be cool.
You got anything else for us before we go?
GoFest wise, I think we've gotten all the tips knocked down and all the mega evolve a certain Pokemon each day. We mentioned that. Battery pack, going to a good spot if you can travel to a good spot.
Stay hydrated, like Bear Grylls it up. You can pick up animal dung and squeeze the moisture out. I watched him do that and I totally gagged. But it's a thing you can do, I guess. He said it. Bear Grylls says it's okay. Must be true. Really Hunger Games this thing up. If you're not beating everyone else around you, what are you even doing?
Yeah, make it a fun day. Try to plan it with people. Plan it with people that you could, hang out with.
Ooh, of all your friends, whoever ends up having the best day and catches the most shinies, the most 100%ers, the most rarest everything, that phone with that account on it becomes part of a tontine and you bury it in the desert somewhere. And then the last person alive from your friend group in 40 years gets to go back out to the desert and claim it as their own. Hey, Pup. Folks, that's going to do it for us. This has been After DARKRAI. Leave us a rating and review. You can follow Rhayes where?
On Twitter and Twitch, Rhayes683, Rhayes683.
That's right.
Rhayes, H-A-Y.
That's right. And you can find the links in the description. You can follow me to bed at twitch.tv/breakerisdead. I recently hit 100 followers. Finally, I did it. Yay! My goal is to continue to stream at least once a week, at least a couple times a week. I'm trying. It's difficult. Life is hard. And then also Jaws Breakers, the other show. I mentioned it earlier in the show, but that's going to do it for us. And after you go to GoFest,
go to the store and get blessed.
Said DARKRAI. Bye, everybody. Maybe.
We got to get in more of the dogs growling.
Yeah.
There's just a sea of toys.
Oh, real life Pokemon battling in the home of Rhayes.
Oh my goodness. It's so funny. If I make a phone call, I talk to my wife or I have to call whatever it is. It just immediately pops them up and they are wild. They were out cold this on the end of each couch or each side of the couch.
Then their eyes met and locked, and then it went and then one used growl, and the other one used pounce, and then one used sneak attack, and then one used double slap.
Absolutely insane. There's about a dozen toys out of their box that I will have to pick up now.
Isn't that the way to go?
Yeah. But they're happy. That's all that matters.
Professor, I'll see you again soon on the next one.